From the Department of Communication, I am Charity Dunker, and this is Inside Government. On this edition of Inside Government, I'm being joined by two of my wonderful guests this time around, Miss Clara Rice, head of the Department of Culture, and she's also accompanied by Miss Lucinda Arden. Welcome, ladies.
Good morning.
Government.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Welcome. Happy to have you both here joining me. And now we're on a different platform. Last time you visited St. Martin Gov Radio 107.9 FM, it was on a different platform. It had to do with what was going on this past weekend, right?
The creative industries and culture and sports.
How was that for you, Ms. Rice? Before we get into
Phenomenal. It was great turnout. Friday was really fantastic. We had over 2,000 young people that showed up, and they had a blast. I want to give a big shout out to Larry Hall of Hall of Fitness. Amazing.
Yeah.
I think he was he gave like 5 hours back to back of a Zumba workout. Another person that was really phenomenal was Olga Sabuta. She was on an aerial silk, another 5 hours. But everybody was really engaged and had a wonderful time. So it was a wonderful day, and I think we got a message out, which was there is a lot of activities available on this island for young and old. You know, a lot of people say, oh, there's nothing to do on St. Martin. So we wanted to create a platform that really showcase the amount of activities and organization that exist. And it made it easier for all involved, for the organizations to have a platform to showcase who they are, and for parents and, to come and look for an activity for their young people.
So now, Culture Department, again, you guys are stepping up a notch. I mean, things has been changing a bit when it comes to the whole structure of how things would normally be done in the past. And I like the creative efforts that's been made. I think you're teaming up with the right set of people.
Yeah.
I may say so myself. Lucinda Arden,
Yes.
how are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. Good morning. How's everything?
Fine, thank you. Now, let's switch our focus now back to the main reason why you're here in our studio,
Yes.
sitting with us. September 6th of last year to 2017, we all experienced, that horrible Hurricane Irma. And it was a Category 5. Let's just remind persons who are probably listening and have no idea what we're talking about. September 6, 2017, Hurricane Irma, Category 5 plus hurricane, hit the island of St. Martin with winds of more than over 185 miles per hour, something that I don't even want to experience ever again. I don't know about you. All right, and then this time around, we observed, we've learned our capabilities of how strong we are as a people here in St. Martin, if I may say so myself, are a resilient people. So what are we doing to highlight this upcoming September 6, 2018?
What we're doing, and this is a observation that came out from the Council of Ministers, they really wanted to acknowledge the first anniversary, not necessarily of our devastation, but the first anniversary of our coming together as an island, showcasing our fortitude, our strength, our resilience, our, togetherness, our unity. And I always wanted to add that resilience wasn't born in 2017. Resilience is a part of the DNA of the St. Martin people. However, the resilience, we dug a little deeper. We really had to dig deep and find a wherewithal to overcome the insurmountable, what appeared to be the insurmountable, which was this huge cataclysmic weather phenomenon called Hurricane Irma that came at us. And I think I am proud to say that we were tested and we overcame it. We showed that St. Martin is strong. We showed that we're capable of coming together. We show that when it mattered most, everybody, when the chips were down, the community came together to build back this nation, pretty much like we did the first time around after Hurricane Lewis. So what we're doing on September 6th is a pause, a reflection, come together in silence and reflect for 2 minutes. The first minute, to give reverence to who we are as a nation, to also acknowledge that we have proven by the rebuilding after Hurricane Lewis that we're capable, and to remind ourselves that we're still there, that we can still do this. So on September 2nd, at September 6th, sorry,
Six, yeah,
at
six.
9:06 in the morning, so the 9 for September and the 6 minutes. So,
Yeah.
so from at 9:06, we want to come together as a nation. That's like French side, Dutch side, North side, South side, come together. Every entity every living being on this island to come together and stand still in reverence to remind ourselves of who we are, what we've overcome, and the fact that, yes, we're still in recovery, but we're not stagnant. We have grown in a year.
Yeah.
So we're asking every individual, school, organization, foundation, you name it, sporting agency, all the various communities that live here, the Haitian community, all the various associations, to organize themselves and come together for 2 minutes from 9:06 a.m. until 9:08 a.m. to stand in reverence and have a national reflection day.
Now, there'll be a particular meeting point where everyone can gather.
Well, the idea is that wherever you are situated, wherever your business is or your school is, that you would come outside and you would stand in that 2 minutes of silence wherever you are. That's the idea.
All right.
And if you're not an organization and you're busy driving, we ask that you just pull your car to the side of the road and just come for a standstill or sit in your car still. And again, this is your minute to reflect. I think Hurricane Irma, as devastating as it was, it gave us an opportunity to almost hit a reset button.
Right.
Let's pause.
Right.
Let's reflect. Let's think about what are the lessons, what are the life lessons learned during this period of recovery? What are the life lessons learned meeting such a gargantuan storm?
Yeah.
What did we learn from this experience? So we're asking you to take your personal reflection and pause. Stop for a minute. Think about where you were then, where you are now. How do we move forward and come to a standstill? So if you're in a school, we're basically asking the schools to maybe do an assembly, gather the kids together early enough so that by 9:06, everyone is standing still together in assembly and just quiet together in solidarity and have this moment of reflection. People were concerned about what was happening at home. This is an opportunity again to connect, to reach out to your friends and say, listen, on St. Martin at 9:06, September 6th, we're stopping and pausing. Can you join us in solidarity? So for friends in Holland, in Curacao, Aruba, Bonaire, you name it, America, wherever the diaspora of St. Martin is.
When disaster strikes, it affects all of us.
Yeah, girl. Tell Desan to come and see me. I'll put her name at the top of the list.
You need to know that as a citizen, your rights are always
Please.
protected.
I just need help.
Here, fill those out.
I have filled out this form 3 times already. I need help. This is just a waste of time.
If you feel your rights have been violated or have a legitimate complaint against any government body, even in these troubling times, we are here to listen to and act upon your concerns. The Ombudsman will use all of its resources to seek a fair resolution, keeping the government fully accountable. The Ombudsman, protecting your rights. Brought to you by the International Ombudsman Institute.
Hi, what's up, St. Martin? My name is Rene Leverett, and I play baseball. And I've represented St. Martin in numerous international tournaments and professionally around the world. Sports matters to me because it reveals and develops character. So I challenge the business community to step up for sports and help us rebuild and repair our facilities. I also ask the community to nominate local businesses in your area to take the challenge and step up for sports. Because hashtag sports matters, hashtag are you in?
If you've just joined us, this is Inside Government with Charity Dunker. I'm being joined by 2 of my guests here today, Ms. Clara Rice, the head of the Department of Culture, and she's being accompanied by Ms. Lucinda Ardane. And you also said that the different departments that have also colleagued with you on making this a joint effort, collaborative effort, that everyone in each department is aware of what's going on. You're working together with the education sector, sports as well, so it's the entire department.
Well, no, this is the whole ministry, the whole
ministry.
government.
The whole entire government, yes.
Yes, because this was a decision that came down from the Council of Ministers. So going forward from today, we're going to be reaching out to every sector of government and to every sector of society, both private and public. We're going to ask schools, like I said, association, organizations, to send a communique out to their network of associates, their loved ones, their friends, their families, not just on St. Martin, but we can make this a global ripple to remind, just in the same way people were concerned about what was happening at home. This is an opportunity, again, to connect, to reach out to your friends and say, listen, on St. Martin at 9:06, September 6th, we're stopping and pausing. Can you join us in solidarity? So for friends in Holland, in Curacao, Aruba, Bonaire, you name it, America, wherever the diaspora of St. Martin is, we're reaching out to our network.
It would also be nice as well. Just don't lose that thought. If we could have everyone film what they're doing.
That's the idea.
Okay.
That one person
That
within
talk
the
to me.
group.
Yeah.
So one person would definitely document the moment that is happening. And the idea is we want to go viral with this to start the hashtag 906 reflections. Even leading up to the day, we want everybody to, send a 30 second video, just talking about how strong or how you overcome since the period of Irma, and just talk about how resilient you've gone through, your resilience as you went through, all that you went through during that time.
Clara looks like she has something she wants to
No,
add.
because, that's the whole idea. The whole idea,
so
we want to
we have
create
that campaign going on, yes.
a national platform, a national snapshot. So we definitely want, like Lucinda said, for you to record this moment. We ask that you have a camera ready, if you can live stream it, whatever.
Yes.
We want the world to see how St. Martin came together on this day, 1 year later.
Yes, and it's hashtag 9, the word, the letters, O.
So
well,
hashtag,
0,
hashtag. You said in wording.
Yeah,
9.
so it's hashtag 906
Six.
reflections.
Reflections. All right. So everyone, I hope you got that.
Yeah,
And
we're
I'm
gonna send
sure-
out posters and rules of how to send your video and so forth. It's gonna go on Facebook.
Now the ministry is very big on social media right now.
Yes.
'Cause everyone follows whenever you put up a post, especially Miss Clara Rice. She's always on social media, as she is right now as well. So that you'll also make sure, Lucinda, as you mentioned, that goes up so people know
Definitely.
exactly how to.
How to upload your video and how to write the correct hashtag.
Okay, interesting. Looking forward.
Ultimately, the goal is we would like people to submit this work to us. So we want you to submit not just a video of how you handled the most impactful moment. Like we want you to record a very impactful moment. Send us words of wisdom. If there was a poem that got through this, send us a poem. So in text, in poetry, maybe you had a song, but certainly the video. And we're going to ask that you send it to a specific link, a specific email address. And then ultimately, all of that information will be compiled to create a little documentary.
Right.
And then hopefully, as well, if you send in photographs, like a national booklet, voices of reflections from St. Martin, from the, our stories. And then ultimately, it will become into a booklet that we can put together as a commemorative booklet
Yeah.
Yes.
that we can raise funds for charity organizations.
Right.
Yes.
So we hope to compile all of this information, create something tangible that we can then raise funds for a
Towards.
deserving organization that's still going through, because at the end of the day, this hurricane season impacted a broad range of islands, and accessing funds was not an easy situation.
Yes.
So I know there's a lot of people that still are in need. So this would give us an opportunity as the government of St. Martin to create a commemorative booklet that can donate towards
Right.
a charity.
Right. All right. And also, what do you really hope to achieve, your vision? I know each of you, even though you're holding one head, you joined together, but I'm sure, Lucinda, you have a certain image in your mind of what you hope to achieve by having the entire island join in a national day of 2 minutes of silence.
I think if everyone could come together during 906 and we could have a nationwide moment of silence, it would be very powerful. It would show that we come together as a people. We acknowledge those that have passed during the time of Irma or since Hurricane Lewis. And it would show a unity, just to bring back the campaign that ran after Irma, hashtag SXM Strong. It would be empowering for everybody to stand still in that moment of silence where we stand together as one. That would be the most beautiful thing. That's my objective, that it actually happens.
Yeah.
And it would be something to remember.
Okay. And for you, Ms. Ferris?
Likewise, like I mentioned earlier, I know we equate Hurricane Irma with devastation, but Hurricane Irma also allowed us to find our strength, to dig deep and find the core of who we are. And we've proven that we're capable. people always say, God don't give you much more than you can handle. And he gave us a huge test as a nation. And we've risen, we've overcome, we stood up strong. So again, it's a moment to really pause, to stop, reflect, and say, what did this hurricane mean?
Yeah.
What did it really bring to us? So this is your personal moment in the sea of all the activities that has been going on. Did you even have a chance to stop and pause? Because I remember people, as the winds died down, it wasn't even fully over. We were already cleaning up and doing stuff.
Yeah.
So
Helping
this
your
is-
neighbor. Yeah.
So this is that place where you just really come to that inner place of yourself and you acknowledge yourself, A, for all the work you've done, B, and then by extension, the whole nation. And we see our unity. We see that St. Martin is a beautiful, powerful nation of committed individuals who have the same wish for St. Martin to make it a bigger and better place, And this is a place of deep spirituality, and I think, so in the 2 minutes of silence, this is a gift to yourself.
Yeah.
And from you to us, and collectively all of us to each other, the level of unity and reverence for
Right.
everything that we survived after the storm.
Is there any particular color coordination you would like to know? Did you add that one in? No.
The most important thing is we would love to see everybody really stop in your tracks, wherever you are. If you're in an office, the radios are going to go silent. Everything is supposed to go silent, and you just stop. If you're driving, pull off to the side of the road, stop. If you're the period leading up to September 6th, we ask that this be a teaching moment, that teachers actually visit and talk to their kids and say, what are the lessons learned? And really make it a teaching moment. So when they get to that place, they have an idea of what they're being silent about. It's like, okay, be quiet. Okay, let's go back. No, it's
Yeah.
not same old, same old. It
Yeah.
can never be same old, same old. So basically, we're asking that the period leading up, you start prepping for this, especially as a school or as an institution. And then you gather your students together and then maybe have a discussion about it afterwards. Like, what does this do for you? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping to achieve. And
Yeah.
I'm saying we because, of course, we all experienced Hurricane Irma. Yeah. And I mean, this, once again, what the department is doing.
Well, for the government building, we're going to be requesting that the entire staff of the government building comes out in front of the building and stand in silence, and we'll have that recorded.
Hello, St. Martin. My name is Jose Helga and I play basketball. I have organized basketball events in St. Martin. Sport matters to me because it makes everybody come together in unity. So I challenge the businesses community to step up for sports and help us rebuild and repair our facility. I'm also asking the community to nominate local businesses in your area to take on the challenge and step up for sport because sports matter. Check out the Department of Sports SSM Facebook page for more information. Hashtag Sport Matter, hashtag Are You In?
When disaster strikes, it affects all of us.
Yeah, girl. Tell Desan to come and see me. I'll put her name at the top of the list.
You need to know that as a citizen, your rights are always
Please.
protected.
I just need help.
Here, fill those out.
I have filled out this form 3 times already. I need help. This is just a waste of time.
If you feel your rights have been violated or have a legitimate complaint against any government body, even in these troubling times, we are here to listen to and act upon your concerns. The Ombudsman will use all of its resources to seek a fair resolution, keeping the government fully accountable. The Ombudsman, protecting your rights. Brought to you by the International Ombudsman Institute.
Hello, St. Martin. My name is Stephanie Medina, and I play football with the Walichi Women's Soccer team. I have represented St. Martin in many different games. For example, the Dutch Caribbean Women's Soccer Cup. I played against Bonaire, Aruba, and Curacao right here in this stadium. Sports matter to me because it makes me happy, it keeps me fit and healthy, and it is very fun. So I ask the business community to take on this challenge and help us rebuild our facilities. And I also ask the community to nominate the local businesses in your area and take on the challenge and step up for sport. Why? Because sports matter. Check out the Department of Sport Facebook page for more information. Hashtag sports matter. Hashtag are you in?
If you've just joined us, this is Inside Government with Charity Dunker. I'm being joined by two of my guests here today, Ms. Clara Rice, the head of the Department of Culture, and she's being accompanied by Ms. Lucinda Ardane. Ladies, moving forward into our interview, how many days did it take to put this wonderful observance day of reflection of 9/06 together? How long did it take for persons to get everything together and say, okay, we're moving forward. This is what we're going to do. We want to highlight September 6th. How many days of planning, strategic planning to get this together and get everyone involved in the ministry?
I think I just heard, I remember one time walking past the third floor in front of the elevator, and I saw my minister came out, Minister Wycliffe Smith, and we have this idea for this event. And pretty much as that sentence ended, it was like 2 weeks ago.
That was you talking to the minister?
No, he was talking to me. I was about to
Okay.
go somewhere. And then next thing, Minister of Justice, Cornelius de Vivas, he came out, and it was like consensus. The whole Council of Ministers, like they recognized that September 6th is a day that had to be observed in a positive way. So from that last meeting, which was like, I think 2 weeks ago, till
And
now.
then we had the follow-up meeting yesterday.
And that was
we
it?
put the plans together.
Okay.
Yeah, it's done deal. It's like, okay, now we're reaching out to the community
Yeah.
to ask them to please join us. You know, we humbly ask them for their support, that they reach out to their network of loved ones, you know, associates, colleagues, friends, use social media, encourage
Yeah.
your entire network of friends at home and abroad to do come together. And
Your
let's-
department and the ministry which you fall under, where are you all going to be at that time?
Well, for the government building, we're going to be requesting that the entire staff of the government building comes out in front of the building and stand in silence, and we'll have that recorded. So probably like a nice, what do you call those flying
A
things?
selfie, a drone.
The drone will be
shot.
overhead.
Yeah.
Probably
Yes.
to record that moment
Okay.
of the entire, not just our ministry, but the entire government building. And basically everybody, whichever you are, which organization, association,
Friendside,
we've
collectivity,
reached out to the
everybody.
Friendside this morning. So they're going to be getting ready as well. So wherever you are, gather your team of people,
Right.
record it with video
Make sure you have that camera person.
and or a still shot, and then send it to us, and we're going to compile all of that.
All right, Ms.
together.
Clara Rice and also Lucinda Ardern, is there anything you would like to add before we wrap up this interview?
Just want to invite the community to really pay homage on 9/06, September 6th. Definitely that moment of silence, that's what we're aiming for.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. We humbly ask for your support for St. Martin.
We have now come to the end of this broadcast for Inside Government. Inside the studios of St. Martin Gov Radio 107.9 FM. To both my guests, thank you once again, Head of the Department of Culture, Ms. Clara Rice, and she was accompanied by Ms. Lucinda Ardern. To our listeners and viewers, if you have missed this edition of our broadcast, please do feel free to visit our official government website, which is stmartingov.org. I am Charity Dunker, and this was Inside Government.